Now.
Hey, down here in the Los Campeones dungeon, I want to give you guys a quick walkthrough on the mandatory poses for bodybuilding. A lot of people come to me and ask for posing tips. A lot of people don't even know what the poses are. So at least this way you can see the poses, and I'll give you a little description and breakdown of each pose, and it should help a lot with your own posing practice. And if you need any help, you can message me or stop into the gym, and I would love to help you with your posing. So first thing is this is a standing relaxed. And so standing relaxed is never actually relaxed. I'm all the poses is always the ground up. I always think ground up, that's what's going to help the most, and making sure that everything is the way it should be. So starting from the ground up, I'm just going to tense my legs, and by tensing my legs, I'm going to not just flex my quads, but I'm going to sort of push them out. So like if I lifted my foot off the floor, it would do that. So I'm pushing out like that. And so that pulls out more definition and shape than just locking them down, and it looks a lot more natural for the standing relaxed. So tight, glutes are tight. I'm going to just up here like this, trying to spread my lats and keep the chest high. And so from the side, it looks like this. And then they'll say quarter turn to the right, and I'm going to turn to the right. I'm going to bring my back leg up and actually pull it against my other leg. That's going to show a lot more definition in my hamstring. And then from here, tighten glute, tighten calf, open up, and then right there. So long torso, tight, and then just making sure I'm staying big and not sinking down. And then again, they'll say quarter turn to the right, turn, and then here I'm going to do the opposite of the front, where in the front I was kicking out. With the rear, I'm actually going to be pulling in. So it's like if I lifted my foot off the floor, it would come in. Like I'm trying to squeeze the floor in. So it's tight, tight, and then tight low back, and then I'm going to spread, and then from here, I'm going to lean back just a little bit, because you got to remember, the judges are going to be down here, not in front of you. So you want to give them the best angle. So spreading, and just tight, and then same thing here. When I turn to the right, I'm going to bring that back leg in. While you're holding poses, you want to take really small breaths. So it's just, because you have to always get air in, or else you're going to have to take a big breath, and it'll be really obvious. So staying tight, little breathing, but you have to pace your breathing, or else, like I said, you'll just get exhausted and wear out super quickly. And they'll say quarter turn to the right, and you'll go back to where you were. Next pose is front double bicep. You can either keep your legs just like they are. Some people will bring a leg out to the side. With this pose and with all poses, you just need to practice, look in the mirror, have someone give you critiques, and do pictures and videos if you can, to see what works best for you. Because some people, it looks great like this, some people it looks awful, and same thing with here, you know, or some people will bring the other foot out. You just have to get the reps in and see. I like to set it up like here, and I set up the same way every time. So this is for me. Other people will come and just go right to it, but I like to come up, and then I'm going to squeeze those lats in, and then right there. And so, just like that. Chest big, elongating, trying to show those lats. I want to have my thumb in, and I'm going to turn that wrist, and I'm going to keep the elbows forward, so like that. Next is front lat spread, and so here I'm going to come here, and then spreading like this, try to make myself as big as possible. So here, what I'm doing with my hands is I'm pushing with my thumb and then just pushing in. Other people will grab their straps and lift up. You know, same thing, whatever, everyone's different. Some people are low, some people are high. Right there. And then think the judges are all in a line, so I'll kind of turn to the side a little bit just so everyone can get a better angle. Next pose is side chest. It's either way. For me, I like to go this way. I'm going to bring that leg back, really smash that leg in hard. So I'm flexing, tense, tense, and then with my hands, I'm just going to put my hand right on top of my other fist like this. Some guys will do this or this, whatever feels good. This is what feels good to me. And then there, making myself as big as possible and turning. And then next is rear double bicep. And so here, I'm going to have both my knees pointing kind of like this. That's just going to give you more dimension. And so I'm digging in, I'm really pushing in, pulling into the floor hard. So I'm tight, tight, tight. And I squeeze down and then spread. And then I like to switch legs, pull it in, and then spread. For all the poses, practice, holding it for 15 seconds, and start with 1 round, and as you get more comfortable, go 2 rounds, then 3 rounds, because you'll never know how long you're going to be on stage. No matter how hard you squeeze it in practice, you're always going to be squeezing harder on stage just because of the adrenaline. And so you really need to condition yourself for it, or you're just going to be really burned out because you're dehydrated, you're depleted, you're exhausted. The lights are super bright, and you have no idea if you're going to do 1 round of posing or more than 5 rounds of posing. Just depends on how good the show is, how many people are in the show, and how good you are. So next pose is side tricep. Same with the side chest. You can do this either way, or you can bring your feet back like this. And so I'm showing this, and I'm also showing this, and it's just going to give you more to you. So I like to set it like this. I'll wrap it around, so I'm squeezing my calf, squeezing my hamstring, tight, tight. And then with this one, I just put my hands like this. So I'm just grabbing. Tricep. Make sure you don't sink, but stay as big as you can. A lot of big guys have a hard time with this because of shoulder flexibility. So you need to open yourself up, with your exercises, full range of motion, and then just posing practice too, just getting comfortable to that. And then the next pose is front abs and thigh. And so, guys will have it like this. You can do this, whatever. And some guys will lock down, and otherwise you can do the same thing, spreading. It's all good, but you're really hitting it hard, like that. Or you can throw in a variation, like that. You just have to experiment with what works for you. And then the last one, and the most popular, well-known one, is the most muscular. And the same with that, you can do what's called a crab, which is like this. Biggest mistake people make is they cross over. It makes them look smaller than they really are. So you want to have about a fist distance between your fists, and that way it's going to look best for you. Pull those traps up, or you can do, like that, or both, or here. Old school, it's kind of like that one. You just have to go with what was best for your frame, and this one especially depends on, just your overall mass and how big your waist is, because something like this with a big waist is going to look terrible. You might want to do something more like this, which is going to hide your waist more. Or, you just, like I said, you just have to experiment with what works best for you. But that's the mandatory poses, and hope this video was helpful. And like I said, just stop in anytime. I'd love to help you with your posing. Thanks for watching.